10 biggest casino cheats of all time. Before we begin this video, I would like to invite you to our site casinoglow.com, and especially to our new page dedicated to the newest and hottest casino games today and why you should play them. See the links to those pages in the description section below this video. On our site, we offer you amazing bonuses and promotions waiting just for you, from no deposit bonuses to free cash, welcome bonuses, and much more. If you enjoy our video, please like and subscribe, support our channel. Enjoy the video. Number 10. Tommy Glenn Carmichael. Tommy Glenn Carmichael's adventures in cheating casinos spanned more than 4 decades starting in the 1960s. After he was introduced to the top-bottom joint by a friend, you can say that Carmichael changed professions from operating a television repair shop to making money on the Las Vegas Strip by skimming coins out of slot machines. Back when the old slot tokens were a common feature of land-based casinos, Tommy invented a slider, an improvement to what he was first introduced to. The slider consisted of a guitar wire that was used to trip the payout switch located on the chute, which triggered the release of coins from the hopper. His first arrest for cheating was in 1985, and he was stopped by police and eventually sentenced to 5 years in prison. While inside prison, he came up with a plan to continue his scam when he'll be released. Now, Carmichael developed a new tool called the monkey paw in order to alter and hack into slot machines. As slot machine technology evolved, so did Carmichael's tricks, as he later invented the light wand in 1991, which worked on newer electronic slot machines in the same manner. It interfered with the workings of the sensor of the slot machines, which again forced the hopper to pay out. He went on to sell this device to other cheaters, with some bankings over $10,000 per day using this tool. Carmichael continued to operate under the radar, scamming casino boat cruises out of their money. In fall of 1996, Carmichael sat in front of a slot machine inside the Circus Hotel Casino, but little did he know that surveillance cameras were focusing on his every move. As soon as his cheating was confirmed, security guards were sent to take him into custody. He was later charged on accounts of possessing a cheating device and manufacturing a cheating device. The charges were later dropped, but less than a year later Carmichael was arrested again in another part of Nevada's first similar charges. In 2000, Carmichael was federally convicted as principal member of a nationwide cheating operation. He was sentenced to serve 326 days in jail, 3 years of probation, and a court-ordered ruling to stay out of all casinos until his probation was over. Carmichael now spent his time developing new gadgets in his nearby workshop. One of them is called the Protector, an anti-cheating device that Carmichael is hoping will right his past mistakes. This device was designed to withstand all known cheating devices, while authorities are being very cautious. Number 9. Shawn McAndrew. Shawn McAndrew, along with his sidekicks, managed to confound state-of-the-art CCTV security surveillance and beat the casinos at their own game, the slot machine. He was able to open up the machines using specialized gadgets which were so far ahead of their time. It is claimed that he managed to fiddle the casinos in Las Vegas and Atlantic City out of $16 million for eventually being caught by the FBI in late 1998. He managed to get a reduced sentence in return for cooperation with police, namely giving away insider secrets on the best way to cheat slot machines. Number 8. Richard Marcus. After failing at earning a living legally as a gambler, Richard Marcus found himself homeless in Las Vegas and took a job as a blackjack and baccarat dealer. This gave him a second perspective and allowed him to see both sides of how casinos operate. Working as a dealer enough time, Marcus found a way to scam casinos out of money, and a lot of money, millions of dollars. His scam was pretty simple, using a basic sleight of hand. He placed a simple bet, 2 red $5 chips on top of one $500 brown chip. However, Marcus placed the bet so that through the eyes of the dealer, it appeared to be only $15 bet with 3 red chips. If Marcus would win the bet, he would inform the dealer of the size of the bet and win over $1,000. If he would lose the bet, he'd wait until the dealer looked away and then quickly replace the $510 in chips with $15 in chips. The simple scam worked for years, at least until Marcus was caught, prosecuted, and banned from casinos. But that didn't really stop Marcus, as to this day continues to serve as a mentor to other gamblers, operating a website, blog, and also the author of 2 books. Marcus, self-proclaimed world's #1 casino and poker cheating expert, continues to help others for education. Marcus lists his profession these days as casino table game protection consultant and trainer. Number 7. Gonzalo Garcia Pelayo. Probably the most famous person to cheat casinos in the game of roulette, Gonzalo Garcia Pelayo cleaned out many casinos after cracking the code behind the spinning wheel. The one-time Spanish record producer who lived a simple family life now earned well over $1.5 million playing roulette in Las Vegas. His roulette career began in Madrid with the simple theory that roulette wheels were not perfectly random. So, he decided to record roulette results, hours of recordings, and with the help of a computer analyze the results to discover the probabilities of the game. He concluded there were imperfections in each wheel and that certain numbers fall more often than others. Using this new finding and knowledge, he was able to earn more than 600,000 euros in one of his first nights in Madrid. Garcia Pelayo knew where the big bucks are, and so shortly after, he was already playing at Las Vegas casinos, operating there in the early 1990s. After earning almost $2 million, Garcia Pelayo was banned from casinos after his method was deemed unethical. However, he didn't stand down and took his fight all the way to the Supreme Court, which ruled that he did nothing illegal. The damage, however, was done. Garcia Pelayo's gambling career was over in 1992, but still, he is known as a pioneer of roulette cheating and is the reason to this day that casinos constantly test and monitor the performance of their roulette wheels. Number 6. Edward Thorp. Well before the MIT team earned millions playing blackjack, this MIT professor was discovering the science of card counting that it later used for gain. Edward Thorp is considered the father of card counting, having used his expertise in the probability to discover how to gain an advantage in the game of blackjack. Back then, he used an IBM 704 computer and cracked the code behind blackjack by analyzing the probabilities of the game. Now that he had his theory, he visited casinos in Vegas, Reno, and Lake Tahoe to see if his theory can earn him money as well. Thorp enlisted the help of professional gambler Manny Kimu to test the method and earned $11,000 in the first weekend of play. He was convinced that his theories were spot on, and rather than bleeding the casinos dry, he published the science in the 1996 book, Beat the Dealer. The book became extremely popular and sold over 700,000 copies, reaching the New York Times bestseller list. The income from the book allowed Thorp and his wife a comfortable life and even gave them plenty of cash to spend weekends counting cards in Vegas. Today, Richard Thorp is a member of the Blackjack Hall of Fame, having invented the Thorp count method of counting cards. Number 5. Ron Harris. Ron Harris was a computer programmer with the Nevada Gaming Control Board, where he worked in the area of monitoring and protecting gaming technologies from programming cheats. The irony, right? His job was to check and test slot machines throughout Nevada to make sure only computer chips that were approved by the state were being used. Harry used his knowledge of casino gaming and access Bailey's programming for their Keno machine's random number generator, then used his computer equipment to duplicate the calculations that the actual machine made. Harris created a computer program which he used within Keno machines to generate a jackpot when certain combinations of buttons were pressed. So, what happened? Reed McNeil, who was Harris's partner, got caught after he took home $100,000 at Bailey's in New Jersey after hitting 1,000,000 to 1 odds with inside info. Harris lost his job. Number 4. Ida Summers. Ida Summers used her beauty and charm to distract pit bosses and dealers in order to succeed with her cheats. Back in the 1960s, she became known as the Vegas Vixen for her ability to cheat Las Vegas casinos. Summers worked the blackjack tables and using hand-marking techniques as sleight of hand, she removed and added cards to the table when required. She then progressed to adding whole decks of cards that were pre-arranged to ensure the house lost. These decks were known as cold decks or coolers. Summers had some good run for a while with her scam, but eventually got caught and arrested. Gaming officials in Vegas had become suspicious here, and together with the FBI launched an investigation. She slipped up and was caught on film swapping out the casino's deck for her own. The footage was very clear, and there would be no way for her to deny her actions. It seems luck was on her side this time, or was it her charm in action again, because she only received probation rather than a custodial sentence. Number 3. Monique Laurent. French woman Monique Laurent, along with her crew consisting of family and friends, managed to win over $1 million from roulette tables at Deauville Casino. Of course, luck was involved here, but something entirely else. In order to beat the casino, and not legally, They used some sophisticated equipment including a roulette ball that had been tampered with to insert the radio receiver. They also used the assistance of a rogue roulette dealer. Bear in mind that this scam took place back in 1973, so then it was considered somewhat advanced for the time. The rogue dealer would sneak the ball into play, and Lorraine, using a fake pack of cigarettes containing a radio transmitter, could control where the ball landed. With 90% accuracy, she could make the ball land in a group of 6 numbers. Other members of the crew would place the necessary bets and collect the winnings. The casino started to suspect that something was wrong, but they couldn't work out what the problem was. They had the roulette wheel checked and monitored the table and the dealer, but they found nothing wrong. Lorraine and her crew therefore continued to rack up the winnings. Believe it or not, the crew was eventually caught only as a direct result of Lorraine's beauty. The owner of the casino took something of a shine to Lorraine and made romantic overtures. She rebuffed him, and he didn't take it well, so he began suspecting her of wrongdoing when he noticed that she was always at the roulette table winning her bets. She was always seemingly alone and only appeared to be placing occasional bets. The casino owner thought that the cigarette packet may have something to do here, and so he approached Lorraine and asked for a cigarette. At that moment, the scam ended. Number 2. Dominique LoRiggio. Also known as the Dominator, LoRiggio was a master at the craps and blackjack tables. After practicing for many years, LoRiggio learned to control his dice shooting. Using this technique, he was able to get the rolls he needed in craps and win. The method involves setting the dice a certain way, gripping them precisely, tossing them so they stay together in the air, then having them land as gently as possible against the back wall of the craps table. To this day, many still think that being able to control one die, nevertheless 2 dice, is impossible, but LoRiggio claims he is able to do this through simple physics. Number 1. Luis Colavecchio. Luis Colavecchio is a counterfeiter who used his skills to manufacture incredibly accurate reproductions of slot machine coins. He then used these coins in many American casinos with great success. His operation was on a grand scale. He was producing thousands upon thousands of coins. Colavecchio was eventually arrested in 1998 following an investigation after casinos had started to notice sizable surpluses of the coins in their inventories. Law enforcement seized his stash of coins and the tools he used to make them. The volume of the equipment was so large they had to rent storage facilities just to house it all. Colavecchio was released in 2006 and immediately resumed his activities, only to get arrested again after just a few months. He made a deal to reveal the secrets of his operation so that casinos would avoid being stung this way in the future. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, please like it and subscribe. Also, remind you to visit our site to claim great bonuses, take advantage of our promotions, and check out the hottest and best casino games today waiting just for you. Enjoy, have an amazing day.